Welcome to Spoiler Alert Podcast, the podcast where we talk about the latest episodes in anime. You have been warned. Before we begin our discussion, let's introduce our guests. Today we have on the show RandomSama613. Hey, Random.
Hey guys, it's RandomSama613 of Anime Opinions fame and of a different podcast, but I'm here, back where I kind of started my podcasting roots started, I suppose.
Do you even do any other videos?
Fame.
I mean, no, I don't do other videos.
I think I always ask you that. Do you still do YouTube videos?
I mean, in theory, I do. I mean, I keep planning to do them, and then I just don't.
I mean, I'm just saying, you're really using the word fame liberally right now.
Well,
wow.
it's true. It's true. Okay, I don't have fame.
Anyway. So the anime that we're going to be talking about today is going to be Attack on Titan up to episode 32, or episode 7 of season 2. ReCreators up to episode 6, and Kado, the right answer, up to episode 6. So let's just go ahead and jump into Attack on Titan.
Yeah, it's like watching 2 episodes of a normal anime.
Basically, yeah. So, I mean, Attack on Titan, I think last episode we find out that the Colossal Titan and the Armor Titan are basically Rainer, whatever, and Bertold. Or Bert. Let's call him Bert.
Mm-hmm.
We'll call him Bert.
So yeah. Bert and Ryan are the Colossal and Armored Titans, respectively. Which I had that spelled for me a long time ago. But so cool.
You say Bert and all I think of is Sesame Street. It's the problem.
Well, they are kind of like Bert and Ernie. You know, they're totally not gay way.
And they're like always together.
Yeah, they live together. They wear striped sweaters.
And they, try to destroy humanity together.
Yeah, just like Bert and Ernie, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I read the manga a long time ago and already knew this, but I kind of liked how, seeing it animated, and seeing who is this the studio do it. It was really...
I think it's Wit.
Wit Studio? Yeah, Wit Studio. It was just, like, a lot nicer to see animated, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't imagine the fight scene would have been great, not animated.
I mean, it's difficult to show motion properly when you don't animate it. So, I would imagine, it looks better animated.
Yeah,
as someone who, didn't read and didn't see this coming, I don't know, I didn't like it.
The thing with season 2 is literally, who's not a Titan at this point?
Kind of, yeah.
From that one class, who isn't a Titan?
That's true, because in, I can't remember which episode, but what's his name? The bald kid? When they went to his hometown. Connie. Yeah. When they went to his hometown, and the whole place was ravaged with Titans, but there's nowhere for them to come from. There's no hole in the wall, and the Titan that was basically on top of his house was basically, I think, his mom.
I think it's implied it's his mother, yes.
Yeah.
And he's still in denial.
Yeah,
of course. Connie's in denial about anybody being a Titan, because he was still in denial about Reiner and Bertolt being the Titans.
Yeah. I
Did he see them? Did he see them turn into Titans? I'm assuming.
Maybe. It's kind of hard to miss.
They just kind of came out of nowhere, and unless, Connie was there in front of them to see what happened.
This is true. It's possible he just didn't see anything. But I'm pretty sure that they, blatantly say, I think there's a lot of yelling that Reiner and Bertolt are the Titans.
Yeah, see,
and make sure to capture Reiner and Bertolt.
I don't know. I didn't like it because I didn't understand why that they just gave themselves up, basically. They did.
Why
is he freaking out all of a sudden? These near-death experiences, blah, 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 all that stuff like that. If he's a Titan, none of these were actually, near-death experiences.
Quote-unquote near-death.
I think they could still die.
I just don't get why he'd be having PTSD right now. It seems like that's what the problem was.
God knows, man. I don't know. I guess they thought that maybe they could convince Eren to help them, destroy the world.
I think the purpose of telling Eren was so that they didn't have to destroy the world. They're like, if you come with us, we won't have to destroy humanity. Which we still don't know why. This whole thing is happening in the first place.
I don't think we're ever going to know why. Because the answer is, of course, in Eren's basement, and no one goes down to the basement.
I don't know. The problem I had with it, though, is, the motivation. I just don't get their motivation right now. It just seemed really weirdly timed.
Yeah, the way they kind of said, hey, by the way, we're the Titans that destroyed the wall. They were very nonchalant about it.
Well, it was mostly Rhino like, hey, yo, so I'm the Armored Titan. He's the Colossal Titan. You want to, like, go back to our village and smoke some weed or something?
Then Bert's over there like, no, Ernie!
And Bert's like, what the fuck are you doing? No, we don't share our weed. Like, come on.
What are you doing,
like, dude,
Ernie?
I don't do drugs. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Ernie, we don't do drugs.
So, yeah. That was just weird.
I don't know.
It was a weird scene.
And
I think
then,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, and then the problem I have is, like, it makes it seem like Aaron's their goal, but he didn't even know he was, like, a Titan until, like, after this shit already happened. So now it just gives me more questions. I'm assuming it obviously all is coming down to the goddamn basement. Like...
Of course.
Because it has to be, they have to have some sort of connection with them where they knew this was the case, otherwise all their motivation makes no sense right now. Like,
the entire series is just about Aaron trying to get his friends down to his dad's basement. It's not weird.
It's a little
You know
weird.
what's in the basement? Friendship.
No. Well, I mean, if it's the One Piece in the basement, yes.
That's what it is. It's friendship.
Oh, I almost vomited there. Hold on.
What?
You just rinse your mouth out. It's cool. You get used to that feeling every now and then.
What were you gonna say, Asha?
Well, I was gonna say, when they revealed that Yimmer, I don't know how to
Ymir,
pronounce it.
yeah.
Ymir, whatever. When they revealed she was a Titan, obviously she had some kind of connection with Bert and Reiner. Like she was a Titan before, I guess they were. Assuming, because it looks like she and, like, one of her friends or family.
That's the other thing that pissed me off, because that made me even more confused.
Yeah, they took her.
Yeah, I think that I don't know why they took her. Probably because she was a Titan.
I meant the flashback part, though. Like, that confused me even more after that. Like,
Because obviously they have something against Titans, too. So why are they Titans?
it just seems like there's some timeline issues here and everything right now. Like, I all this is done while being a very cool fight has given me more questions and no answers.
I mean, from what I can tell and what I've heard, that's really just what Titan's about, is giving you a lot of questions and then never answering them. I mean, the OP is actually basically the same. They just kind of
yeah.
Which I can appreciate that. I can appreciate them realizing, yeah, let's take the best OP from the first two cores and just, like, tweak it a bit.
Yeah, but it basically sounds the exact same. Mm-hmm. Just slightly different. Which, yeah, you're right. I'm okay with it.
Exactly. And
they knew what they were going for.
Animation wise, looks about the same. A little sharper maybe.
Yeah, I think the combat scenes are a little bit nicer this time around.
They did add
3D kind of rotation camera stuff going on.
They did add a lot of CG for at least the Colossal Titan.
I think you kind of need to.
Well, they didn't do it in the first season.
Really?
Nope. Colossal Titan was not CG.
Well, I mean, it still works. It works with him, I guess. Even though he's only half a body right now.
Yeah, I was fine with it. And then he just, like, dives off the fucking... He's just like, oh, I'm going to fall off of the wall onto you.
Yeah,
well,
get crushed, haters.
It seemed like it was, but, like, once again, planned. More questions. Like, didn't he have legs originally?
Yeah, he partially transformed.
Yeah.
Which is... Like, I didn't know you could do that. So does that mean that Aaron could just be like, yo, I want to have legs of steel and just have Titan legs, and he just, like, runs around on Titan legs and nothing else?
Yeah, that confuses me even more.
Yeah, just like you have, like, little tiny Aaron and just Titan legs.
And I don't think they would need to have CG him, like, because in the first season he was barely really even there, right?
Yeah, it was really brief, like, in the first couple episodes, and that's it.
Yeah, but this one they actually had, what's it called? They were actually doing some camera shit going on. So
yeah, and actual...
It worked.
I mean, it was fine. Just something to bring up.
It worked. I liked it. But I don't read the manga. I don't think none of us do. So we have no idea what the hell's going on.
I mean, yeah, it's more Attack on Titan. It gave us more questions than answers.
Yeah, just like the first season.
Yep, exactly. That's about all you can all you can say. Like, really,
but it's good. I enjoy it. I enjoy it regardless.
It's definitely good.
Well, I mean, it's an enjoyable 20 minutes every week, but, like, goddamn.
I want the payoff someday. Like,
yeah, like,
And my God, they always end in a cliffhanger. Like,
Well, that's classic Attack on Titan. That's classic Attack on Titan.
I hate that end card. That end card just pisses me off so much. That to be continued sign.
And then you already know they're going to get nowhere in one core.
Exactly. You know nothing's going to happen. We're not going to know anything, but we still keep watching because because
we hate ourselves, really.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go on to the next series, which is, I think, the best anime this season, is ReCreators, and we're going to talk up to episode 6. And I like to describe ReCreators as kind of like a visual novel, but like the opposite of a visual novel, where you know how the Hikikomori goes into like the fantasy world, but this time it's like the fantasy world people coming into the real world. That's how I like to describe this show.
I mean,
I love it.
I've heard it described as either ReZero or Konosuba in reverse, except it's not comedy, so it's not Konosuba.
Oh, that's true.
So it's just kind of let's bring anime and game characters to the real world and see where that goes. And it's gone some pretty great places, I gotta say.
It has. Yes.
I'd say it's probably tied for anime this season for me, but it's pretty close.
There ain't no ties, bitch. Make a choice.
I can't. It's like choosing my favorite son.
You already know your firstborn. God.
No, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Which one aired first?
I think technically speaking, Kado aired first.
Well, the second
Kado aired first, based on Wikipedia.
I mean, it's really hard to choose because Kado's kind of the sleeper hit, and then ReCreators, I guess it would also kind of qualify as a sleeper hit.
Yeah.
They're both sleeper hits. They're pretty good, but in their own way.
Yeah, it's hard to.
It's just Attack on Titan, and My Hero. So there's like just forgetting the hidden gems.
I mean, there's a bunch of stuff getting buried.
And plus, this is licensed by Amazon. For streaming, so not a lot of people have Amazon Strike or Anime Strike.
I did a podcast on that.
Yeah, so it's kind of like I can see why. If it was on Crunchyroll, I bet more people would have picked this up.
Yeah, well, it's because pretty much everybody who watches anime regularly watches Crunchyroll, or at least has access to Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
And not to mention the people behind it, too, is like, it's Troika doing it. What's his name?
It's the writer from Black Lagoon.
Yeah. And then also the music is done by the god, Sawano.
Well, Sawano's doing two OSTs this season, but with Titan, I think he recycled a lot because he doesn't have to change a whole bunch from season 1.
Yeah.
And then ReCreators, I know that he's probably had to compose more, but I don't know. It's possible he rewrote everything for Titan.
No.
I mean, it's possible.
Or just like kind of, tweaked it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's Sawano, and some of his OSTs can sound a little samey, so sometimes it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Damn good, though.
It's just, how it is.
I love his style, so.
I do like his style, too.
Oh, so do I.
I wonder who's at fault with that, though. Like, is it Amazon or is it Crunchyroll not fighting for it? Because, like, if we take an example we're not talking about today, Eromanga Sensei's on fucking everything.
Yeah, that might just be how the licensing got worked out, because if it's a slugfest for an exclusivity between Amazon and Crunchyroll, Amazon has a really big dick.
Yeah.
And Crunchyroll just doesn't have the capital to throw at it that Amazon does.
I'm just wondering if maybe Crunchyroll didn't expect it to be that good and they sort of let it get away without.
It's possible because
I don't know, because if you look at the people behind it, you would know right away this is something that we have to get.
Yeah, but then there's I'll Know As Zero, which was Troika's previous work, and that.
Well, they also did Beautiful Bones. Apparently.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they did that. That's how That's how memorable that show was.
It wasn't bad. Come on.
It wasn't bad.
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm saying it was kind of forgettable.
Yeah, it was kind of it was a 6 out of 10. Like, well, would recommend, but won't remember.
Was that the same season as Big Order? Because if it was, I know it got a higher rating than.
I don't think so. I think it was.
Yeah,
actually.
that would explain why Big Order got a better rating from me than Beautiful Bones. It's a solid 6.9 out of 10 anime, guys. Like, come on.
Yeah, but I mean, still, I would have. Just because of the people working on it, I would have probably, if I was Crunchyroll, I would have picked it up.
Yeah, but...
and based on just the synopsis, it's very anime.
Yeah, and it's executed
anime.
it's executed excellently. The characters are really well fleshed out and written, as can be expected of Ray Hiroe. He does an excellent job with his characters, if nothing else.
My concern with this series is that they're going to bring in a lot of different characters from a lot of different mediums and not be able to flush them out enough. Like, they've already introduced a lot of characters, but now they have that guy with the gun, and he just kind of came out of nowhere, and I'm feeling it's going to be like a 5-minute background.
I feel like you forgot about him a little bit, Shane. He's been introduced before.
Yeah, he's been around a couple times, but nothing like in depth. Not like with.
Well, yeah, he was in that. He was there with the military girl, whatever they call her, the princess, military uniform princess.
Yes.
He was there, but he was like in the background. I don't think I've seen him anywhere else.
Yeah,
Does anyone have any theories on her?
Mentioned.
Does anybody have any theories on her? Because I have a theory.
Are you talking about the military uniform princess, or are you talking about the creator of the military uniform princess?
I mean, a little bit of both, but yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming he knows the creator. Maybe it was like a romantic interest thing. I don't know exactly, or maybe he helped work on the project and it's a dead project. That's why the military uniform princess is so angry. Although if he worked on her, he'd have known where he knew her from.
Yeah.
Yeah, see. Okay, here's my theory. It's not too different, but I think it was like maybe a romantic relationship. He knew her. I think the creator died and never got to finish the work, and that's her motivation.
That makes a lot of sense.
To destroy other creations?
She's not trying to
destroy the world in general.
Yeah.
Or, destroy all worlds, I guess.
I mean, her story is never going to end otherwise, you know?
Yeah.
If her creator died before it was over. Like, I don't know. That just seems like... It feels like to me like it'd have to go down that route. I'm usually pretty good with this stuff, but I'm not 100 on this one.
I mean, it's kind of hard on that one. It's kind of hard to tell on that one because they already have a creator who died, which was Meteora's writer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, are they going to?
But the work was complete, though. The work was complete. If the military princess wasn't complete, that's different. She's in a never-ending loop of never finishing.
Right. I guess they're trying to pull that like difference between a creator who died and finished his work and really fleshed it out versus a creator who died and never finished. And what happens to those characters kind of thing. Plus,
they kind of mentioned that creators can rewrite the characters, but they haven't really explained how that works yet.
I thought they never figured it out. I thought they tried to, but it didn't work.
No, they never figured it out, but the uniform princess mentioned that it's possible, so...
Well, I thought, I mean... She doesn't seem very honest, so...
Well, who knows?
Yeah, there's not really much on her. Obviously, she has some kind of connect. I mean, the main character, whatever his name is, he's not really...
Yeah, MC.
He's kind of in the background.
It's MC. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he doesn't really play much of a role, except for, being there when, what's her name? Celestia came out?
Yes.
But, he's just kind of there.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we're sort of supposed to project ourselves onto the main character in some ways.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't know. I don't want him to be that person because obviously he knows this chick, that created the military uniform princess. I think that much is 100%, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was really upset with the last episode where he didn't say something about having knowledge on this.
Yeah, I'm like, bitch, what the fuck you think you're doing? Like,
because
you're trying to figure this out, and you're just like, oh, I'm not going to tell them about this probably very important part.
Yeah, and I think that's what's going to make him important, actually, is this connection. And it's like, we got a 22-episode slot. I mean, we already basically told you, but we're not going to have him tell anybody until 12. I don't know.
Or it might be this next episode. I don't know.
Hopefully soon, because it really has been annoying me. Like, that really pissed me off when it's like, just, you had the fucking web browser open with it still on it, and like, that somehow this still hasn't gone forward. Like,
yeah, it could have been like, hey, so there's where she's from. Chick who made it. We kind of fooled around a little bit. Nothing serious. Then we just kind of move along.
But it seems like it's like at least known by people what the series or what who this character is because it's online. You would think that, there's videos and stuff of her floating around in the city. Someone would be like, oh, that looks like that one character.
I mean, you'd like to think that.
One of the things I took from the whole scene with him searching it, though, was that, like, it wasn't exactly easy for him to find.
No,
it wasn't
he had
exactly
to,
the top search result of anything.
He searched something, and then he searched something else, and then went to, like, the bottom of the search results, and there it was. So
he was searching. It was weird because I actually, like, stopped at each scene, and he was looking for... The first thing he searched for was name of star. And it was, like, I'm assuming that's probably her real name. It was, like, some kind of a star name, which was Altair. That was one of the search results that came up, and he was, like, searching and searching. And then eventually that... preview for some visual novel looking type game popped out. So I don't know, it's very interesting. Is this an original?
Yeah. So it can go anywhere, and like I said, with Ray Hiroe writing it can go anywhere.
True.
He does better with long form than short form, so I don't know how well this is going to turn out overall. But we'll see. He's a good writer, so I'm assuming he has this kind of on handle, and it'll go well.
Well, according to Wikipedia, it's going to be 22 episodes.
Yeah,
which is an odd length.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's not 12.
oh no, there's no way they could shut this into 12. It just wouldn't happen.
But did anyone get that Shinji reference for the new character that popped out with his mech?
Oh yeah.
And the creator for him. I thought that was pretty funny. Like I guess this mech pilot comes out and he's like, I don't want to protect the world. I already do it in my own world. Why should I do it for this one? Kind of thing. It's like, I'm not getting in the robot kind of fucking thing. Yes. And then the creator for it's like, I didn't think I'd have to deal with him in real life.
I know, right? It was pretty, like, some of the comedy is pretty fantastic. And it doesn't really resort to fan service comedy, which I really appreciate.
Doesn't need
I guess it's fan servicey for anime fans and video game, visual novel, light novel type people.
Yeah, but not like Ermagerd Pantsu. So
yeah. I mean, I consider that kind of fan service. Not the typical fan service that everyone thinks it is.
Yeah, not the Ermagerd anime titties and Pantsu.
I mean, to be fair, the one chick has her little cleavage window there on her.
Yeah. And apparently, one of the top search results in Japan is for her titty fuck. So,
What?
Celestia titty fuck is apparently a very common search result in Japan. So,
good job, Japan.
Yeah,
you guys,
they got their priorities straight. I mean,
never let me down.
Japan very rarely disappoints. Let's just be real here.
Don't let me down.
I'm kind of interested if there's going to be more characters that's going to be introduced.
I think they have everybody introduced.
Yeah.
I do love that they've made the magical girl like super fucking useless and just like, I want everybody to be friends, and everyone's like, the fuck, it doesn't work that way. Like, you can't do that.
Magical girl.
But I also liked the fact that she's also probably the strongest of them all.
Yeah, but she's just like, I can't use my power, that would be bad. It's like, bitch, what the fuck you talking about? Like, the old guy with guns, like, you do know you could just, like, waste these guys, right? She's like, I can't do that, that would be mean and hurt them. And he's like, okay, fine, I'll do it. Like,
meanwhile, her heart's, like, stop bullets and stuff.
Yeah, well, it's magical girl. She can do anything.
Yeah.
So.
I
like where it's going. I hope it keeps going and does well.
I hope so too. I just hope that they're able to flesh all the characters, like all the fictional characters out. That's what.
Not just them. Like, the main character needs to fucking start actually having some goddamn character.
I think we'll get there. I think the focus was trying to get the hook on all of the quote unquote fictional characters.
Yeah,
and then we may get some more fleshing out from MC Kun, because like you get little flashes of that, like he's having writer's block on whatever he's trying to draw, which I'm assuming
probably that's where it's coming from, where he's unable to draw because of his connection with this girl. Yeah,
exactly. So there's some characterization, but
yeah, it's just kind of like lingering, because like Random said, we want to get all of these fictional characters out first, and trying to get the story going, and then this guy is gonna have purpose. Otherwise, why have him tag along all the time?
Yeah.
I could have just said, go home, forget about it. But no, he's still around. He's done.
What's her name? Meteora or whatever. It was like it's obviously fate or something like that as to why they kept hanging out with him. Like she's like, our meeting wasn't accidental. Like there's a reason, so I'm gonna keep hanging around you.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like the characters that when they're coming out of their story, like when the mech guy came out, he appeared in front of his creator kind of thing. I wonder if all these other characters just randomly appeared, or Celestia came out in front of MCQ. But I'm wondering if all these characters just randomly popped out, or like was there supposed to be some? I mean, the military princess has to obviously be present, but it's like, is there like some way to like just like for them to come out in front of their creator, or like someone who really loves the character or something like that?
Yeah, exactly. What's the reason that they came out where they did?
Yeah. I'm curious, didn't the uniform princess refer to him as the player at one point?
Yeah, well, she referred to him as something, because like she said he's always involved no matter what's happening. Yeah. So, who knows?
Well, maybe he likes all of these shows, because he obviously has a lot of knowledge on every single thing that, comes out.
Yes, but that's not necessarily true with, like, the Mecha show hasn't even aired yet, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So...
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And also, Sheena, you got a yandere, so...
Yay. Oh, yeah.
she, you know what? She's pretty great, I'll be honest. She's pretty fantastic for a yandere.
Yeah. She's interesting, I have to say. Interesting enough.
She's very
interesting
amusing.
Power. Very interesting power. It's kind of like, what is it, like turning lies into truths or something like that?
I'm not sure. They obviously didn't explain it very well, but...
Yeah. But it's still interesting. I want to learn more about her. So let's go ahead into the last series that we're going to be talking about, which is Kado, The Right Answer.
Yes.
Which is like kind of second or head-to-head with first of like the best anime of the season.
Yeah, it's really goddamn good.
Yeah, and I did what you said, Random. I didn't read the description.
Go in blind if you're going to watch it, because just go in there blind. And also, you should all go like my tweet where I made the best joke ever.
Which one was that?
Kado equals anime cubed.
Wow.
Like, it was so good. I put so much effort. I had to actually like find a thing to get me the superscript. It was great. And then literally no one paid any attention to it, and I cried a little bit. I know, it's painful, right?
Died.
Yeah.
Ray just died inside from hearing that.
Yeah,
So
like...
good.
You still put me to shame too often, man. Like it's a skill, really, to be able to put me to shame.
It's a gift, okay? This is a gift. Anyway.
It's a curse.
Well, it's a gift and a curse, just like Kado, as it happens.
Yeah.
The content within it.
Or the wham.
Yeah. So, first off, if you've gotten this far, hi. If you haven't watched Kado, pause right here. Like right here. It's about 29 minutes, give or take. Go watch Kado, blind from episode 0, all the way up, then come back. We'll have a nice discussion waiting for you. Hi, welcome back after watching Kado. So, Kado is really good. Like, it's paced perfectly.
Yes.
How long is it supposed to be, actually?
12 episodes.
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I will double check on the internet on how long it's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure it's 12.
It doesn't say on Wikipedia, so...
Let's see here.
That would be pretty short, actually.
I'm pretty sure it's only going to be 12.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really see it being longer, actually.
I kind of hope it's a little bit longer.
Okay, let's see here. I think according to Hummingbird, or Kitsu, whatever, it's supposed to be 12 episodes.
Any chart doesn't have it. It's a question mark.
Yeah, I'm assuming 12, but I can see it being longer, but not. I don't really see it being a full 24 necessarily.
Wait.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell.
Did you say an episode came out today?
Yeah, I think.
No, tomorrow is 6.5.
Okay. So yeah, it's a recap. So it's probably going to be 13 in quotes.
Right. Not including episode 0.
It's not included in spring leftovers on AnyChart, so I'm assuming it's just 12.
Okay.
So as of now, I guess, yeah.
Which is
that
fine.
Or it's just that unknown. Like,
yeah, it may be. It also could be one of those that goes like another half core. But those are very, very rare nowadays. Like 18-episode series just don't happen.
I could see it with this one if they can't figure out how to end it.
Well,
okay, we had to
the
sit
thing
down
is,
and
like,
figure it out.
they keep dropping these things like, hey, here's an infinite energy source. Everybody can have it. And then then they have a character make it when global politics gets in the way. So everybody has it now, or has the ability to make it. And then at the end of the latest episode, after they successfully moved Kado, they're like, Yahoo Izashinina, which is a fucking great name. It's like, hey, bro, how about have you slept recently? Because nobody's gonna sleep anymore.
that was like that gave me like
weird.
I started thinking after that. I was like, man, what could fucking humanity do if we didn't have to sleep?
See, that's the thing. It's this show makes you think also, which I really like about it.
I mean, that we would literally be like what 33% like farther more advanced probably because
Something like that, 33 to 40. I mean, or we'd have 33 to 40% more time to just do stuff.
yeah, which would probably lead to more like technological advancements.
I mean,
quicker.
not necessarily.
Not necessarily, but like in the long run, it would definitely end up being at least a little quicker.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that it wouldn't be more beneficial in some ways, but
It's also like the weakest part of like I don't know. It's like the problem with nature. I don't know. If you didn't need to sleep, you could do anything you wanted. Really.
You have more time for everything.
the thing is that like with like introducing the infinite energy source, then there were politics on why we shouldn't have it, and what it would do to like the global economy and stuff like that. If no one slept, it would drastically change how like labor would work, and things like that. And it's one of those, Kado kind of posits these questions of if we had this, what would happen? If we had infinite energy, what would happen? How would the world respond to it? If we didn't have to sleep,
Well,
what would happen?
in a sense, with the whole energy thing, that's kind of like with any kind of like destructive weapon. It shouldn't have existed. Because now everyone wants to have it. It's kind of like that thing.
Yeah, I get the idea.
That's how I kind of
The
saw
issue
it.
I had
This
with
whole
it was more so I felt like the infinite energy was the worry with that would be more so it being used to make a weapon.
Yeah, exactly. That was the worry that I think was like pushed to the forefront.
Yeah,
Because if you don't have like battery capacity issues, what can you do with an infinite energy source?
Yeah.
Probably make a really big bomb. I think we could find out a way to do that. We're pretty good.
I mean,
at that.
bro, I'm thinking lasers.
Lasers.
like mobile suits are then possible. I mean, I'm getting a fucking Gundam. Let's be real here.
Yeah. That sounds like fun.
but not very practical.
And we saw that with ReCreators. Not very practical.
So I mean, let's back up a second though. So the basic premise of Kado is that one day a giant ass cube, like a giant manifestation of an acid trip in the form of a cube, shows up and crushes a passenger jet, or seemingly crushes a passenger jet. The passenger jet's actually absorbed into the cube, which is being controlled by a sixth-dimensional being who calls himself Yahoo Izashinina, which is, again, a great name. And he says, hey, I'm here to change humanity and, like, save you all and just give you a bunch of gifts.
Yeah.
And it's seen through the eyes of a negotiator who is on the plane, and he's like Japan's top negotiator.
I'm curious if there's more to this, or like, because his motivations right now are just completely unknown. Why does he want humanity to advance?
Exactly. I want to see kind of why that is. Precisely.
Like, what does he get out of it?
Mm-hmm.
I also want to see
does
like
something without getting something out of it.
I don't know. I know, like, looking back at human history, like, if he came out in at, like, fucking the year 500, we would be preferring to him right now as, like, hey, remember when that god came down in his cube and fucking gave us all stuff? Like, I'm wondering if that's going to start becoming an issue where people are going to be, like, worshipping him.
I mean, that's entirely a possibility, and it's an issue that they may bring up or not. I don't know. 'Cause, I mean, that's one way to view him. I mean, in the way that we perceive reality, he is technically speaking a god, I suppose.
But at the same time,
he's presenting gifts.
like everything he's giving it, like, I mean, I haven't looked at it in that sort of way because everything he's given so far does have some sort of base in science. Obviously, if she was able to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something that they don't understand yet. So he doesn't seem like a god, but like I know with us humans being as dumb as we are, like that would happen.
Oh, of course.
Someone from the future with a more advanced mind is coming in and saying, "Hey, you know what? You want to get to this point? Let me help you."
I think it's implied that he's not from the future. That he's basically an alien.
Dimension.
Well, they
See, to me, it almost seemed like he was saying like he was from like the edge of the universe, and it's like from its
outside
like never
expanding.
He
was from outside the universe,
like
or something like that.
Game theory. He's a Time Lord. There you go.
I don't know. There's something interesting about it, but I don't know. Maybe like his big knowledge bomb will be like, "Hey guys, the world's not flat."
Dun dun.
I know. I mean, who knows? But this is probably one of the best presented shows I've seen, just in terms of pacing. Did the CG bother you guys?
At first,
okay. Originally, yeah. When I first started watching it, I mean, we were here on Discord talking about it. I was like, "This is
I will
CG?
say the initial, like, after you watch episode 0 into the first episode, when they transition from traditional animation into CG, it's really jarring.
Mm-hmm. I was like, wait. At first, I was like, why? What's the point? You know, just regular animation was fine.
Mostly because then it's easier to make Yahaku Izashinina's like arms just do their thing, which is
that arm do. Yeah, that kind of freaks me out.
But the thing is that as the series went on, like it took me an episode to get used to it because they're at like a normal frame rate. So it doesn't bug me at all.
Yeah. Same here. It just like I was just kind of caught off guard at first. I was like, "Wait, what? Why is it CG? What's the point?"
And then they're not consistent, also, because
it's
primarily the main characters are CG, and the background characters are still traditional animation.
Yeah, like in one scene, we'll have just like in one scene alone, they'll have like one person is CG, but everyone else is traditional. And it's like, wait, what? Toei, come on, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know that my issue with it is I don't know how much it's helping the show either, though. Like, it just...
I don't think it is. It could have. It
didn't seem necessary. Like, that. I think that's the future for CG, and like I think a lot of people know this. Like with that Attack on Titan scene, stuff like that, they're trying to add something more to it by bringing some CG in. I don't know that this show's doing that as well as it could. I could also see it being useful with like the cube and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's specifically the 6-dimensional items, such as Kado itself, such as the WOM. Like
the paper WOM.
Like they don't. You can't do that. I mean, you can do it with traditional animation, but I think that it's more fluid with CGI.
But the characters themselves isn't.
And I think the main reason was just that, generally speaking, CG shows have kind of a negative connotation attached to them, which, for the most part, I don't think is really reasonable, but I have a controversial opinion there. So I think that they're just trying to kind of maybe move it into the mainstream a little bit more, and kind of just give it more generalized acceptance that, you know, you're going to start seeing more CG anime, and they can look good. And they have before, and they will continue to look better as the technology advances. We're not going to continue to get stuff that looks like Berserk. So,
and to be fair, it's not that, you know, out there like the CG. It's not like here's CG, bam. You know, it's very low key. I mean, not like very low key, but it blends in pretty well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't know. Like my big thing right now is since it's not like really mastered yet and the technology isn't really there yet, I just like it being used only when it adds something to a scene mostly. Like I think a lot of mech shows that have used it and stuff, I thought it was fine. I don't know. I like that. Like when I feel like it does add something to it.
I mean, I don't have a huge problem with it for the most part.
I know a lot of people didn't like Al No Zero's CG, but I
didn't have a problem with the CG. I had an issue with the mech design in general. So
yeah. I know a lot of people didn't like the CG though, and I thought it was fine. Like I thought it added something to the show actually. Like
it's more a frame rate issue at the time because I'm pretty sure the CG was at a different frame rate than the rest of the animation, which is where I always have issues.
And in here, it's fine, right?
Yeah, exactly. In Kado, it matches up pretty well. You're never going to get like a perfect 24 frames, but you can get pretty damn close. No.
But yeah, when he came out with the whole brain, first he pulled out a brain out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was just like how would you like to never sleep again?
Yeah, I just don't know where that's going to go into. You know, I know you guys are talking about like, okay, well, if we don't sleep, then we can do more things. But it was just kind of, wait, what? You can't sleep anymore? Kind of thing. So he's going to pull that on everybody because right now he only has it on Shindo or Shindu.
Yeah,
whatever.
Shindo. I think it was more of you don't have to sleep anymore. Not you can't sleep.
Yeah, I think it would become an optional thing, which, once again, like, imagine if that was a thing where sleep is all of a sudden a luxury time where it's, you know, I don't know. I think it would make sleep a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, and not just something because you're tired or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to sleep anyway, so.
I sleep because I'm tired. I was asleep before this podcast, actually.
I had to wake you up.
Nap time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to see where that's going to go and how it's going to tie in with all this. Like, is he going to change? Like, because I know he was saying that those that were within the cube were getting like transformed or something.
Well, I'm assuming the way I kind of understood it is that in order to not crush them, basically he absorbed them into Kado. But the problem is that Kado is like basically he killed everybody. Is the way I kind of understand it, but he absorbed their information into Kado and then basically had to like rematerialize them back out.
Interesting.
It's kind of like the way I understand it is kind of like if you stick water into more water, and then you had to kind of re-extrude out the individual pieces of water, essentially.
That came in.
Yeah, same kind of idea. Poorly explained.
Makes sense. I think the crushing and rematerializing them was a better explanation.
Yeah.
If he was going to try to if he's going to try to do that to all humans, like, how is he going to do that? You know, obviously he did it to Shindo. Well,
the thing is that he mentioned that only Shindo was really affected by this. The rest of the passengers weren't.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because he
they
forced
couldn't grasp the concept or something. I thought it was because he's the only one that could grasp.
No, he came on the
concept.
side. Like that was like I thought that was the action that made all this happen. Like he even explained, like he could do that to do this to everybody and whatnot, or like, you know, if he didn't get the cubes away, what happened to him would happen to everybody else. Like it would all just happen instantaneously, sort of thing. And that's why he was like in pain and stuff. Like that's what I thought was gonna happen.
Oh,
like I thought that's why he's so far ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, that could be it. It's possible.
Yeah.
He did mention like he was like well suited to it or something as well, but like
it's probably because his worldview is a little more open. And that might come as being like a negotiator in general, and this kind of was illustrated in the -1th episode, where he was tasked, okay, go and buy this, and he opted instead of just doing a buyout, saying, hey, what do you need to make you relevant again? And he gathered everything together to make the chrome plating plant relevant again. So he kind of went outside of the box, and I have a feeling that was kind of what helped him just accept it in general very easily.
Right. And then also, like, his choice of the scientist, that girl.
Well, she's a little out there, and I think that was kind of part of it, too.
That was because she has, like, a childish mind or something. Like, her mind is that of a child, so it's easier for her to...
which makes
think
sense.
Of things differently. Yeah, because I know people like Albert Einstein had, when they like looked at his brain, it was the brain of a child or similar to that of a child, because it was more. He was able to just take different information and be able to and not take things like when you're an adult, it's like you take things as fact. And it's like, that's just it. That's just how life is.
Pluto's still a planet, damn it.
I mean, it is a planet.
Yeah, but when you're a kid, it's easy to kind of, warp your mind around different things. Which is what the scientist was able to do and how she was able to figure out Wham! Which was interesting of how he was able to know that. So it was, I mean, I don't know, the whole brain thing, a brain coming out of his coming out of nowhere, and now nobody doesn't have, you don't have to sleep kind of thing. I was like, I don't know where that's gonna go. It's like, okay, what now?
I'm just curious how it's gonna be grounded in like some sort of this. Granted, it's this own world that they're building, but like some sort of sciencey.
Well, they don't explain the WAM at all on how they like. He does, and he's like, here's how it works. Basically, it pulls energy, an infinite amount, from this anisotropic area. But it doesn't explain, like, the intricacies of it, which is fine. I'm totally okay with them not trying to pseudoscience it too hard.
I think that's the point, though.
Yeah.
You can't really pseudoscience.
It had something to do with its shape, though. Like, the idea was, there was some sort of, like, idea of science being the answer, though. And that's what I liked about it. It wasn't just, here's a miracle. Yeah, it's one of those.
That just went over my head.
Exactly. It's based loosely in science, as we understand science.
Yeah, and I like that, but I'm curious how they're gonna explain the no sleeping. Then, like, I'm sure they're gonna find a way, obviously, but I'm just interested to see how.
Because I know that the reason that we sleep is that it helps us kind of process everything from the previous day, and just kind of store all of our memories, move from short term to long term. Essentially. So I'm assuming he'll explain how that'll work, kinda.
Or, like Joel tweeted out, coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee is the right answer.
It's true.
Gross.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Yeah. I can't say he is.
But yeah. I hope this goes well. It's very interesting. And it's like you said, it's well paced, and I like it. I'm glad I watched it.
Oh,
I think Red Bull's the answer, not coffee, by the way.
Well, yeah, but...
Red Bull can kill.
Red Bull, if you want to sponsor me, I'm here.
Red Bull's gross.
Hey, the tropical one is delicious. So is the cranberry one, actually.
Yeah, also, Sheena, like, stop killing sponsorships before they even start. Like...
She'd rather have a Starbucks sponsorship.
Yeah, that's what I was drinking earlier.
Fucking white girl.
Who does Starbucks sponsor right now? I know Red Bull actually sponsors people.
Okay, fine. She gets sponsored by Coffee Bean.
Sponsored by Coffee.
Who do they sponsor? Although, if anybody needs a coffee sponsor, it is Dodger, by the way.
Well, yeah.
Gotta work on that. Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's all the series that we have to talk about in this episode. So, Random, why don't you go ahead and plug yourself?
Oh, well, Sheena. Hi, I'm RandomSama613. I have a YouTube channel. You can just go to animeopinions.moe. It'll redirect you. All my videos are at least 2 years old, probably 3 at this point. Feel free to watch them anyway. It's fun. You can also find me occasionally on the Anime Association podcast. That's youtube.com/AXA podcast, I think. I'm pretty sure it is, at least. If it's not, I'm going to be real embarrassed after this. You can also find me on Twitter at RandomSama613. I occasionally tweet out wonderful dad jokes like Kado equals anime cubed, just for a sample of my amazing wit. And yeah, that's basically all the places you can find me. If you want to find me anywhere else, you can just look up RandomSama613. It's probably me. And,
aren't you going to be on another podcast soon too?
Oh yeah, I am going to be on Manga Pod this upcoming week. That's right.
There you go.
I kind of forgot about... You see, I keep forgetting about that, and I'm like, oh right, that's next week. I should probably make sure I read the manga again. That'd be good. So this upcoming week, which will be the 23rd of May, it's planned that we're going to be doing Ajin, volumes 4 through 6, which Ajin is another fantastic series. It's really, really good. And it kind of gives... It's got the same kind of feel to me in terms of just how it thinks as Kado in some ways. So it's good shit. And thanks for having me on, guys. It's always fun.
Yeah, no problem. So thank you guys for listening, and we will see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.